Hi, and welcome to your online weight loss learning. I'm Peter Kenyon, and I'm a weight loss educator, which means I help people learn the skills to eat well, lose weight, feel great, and live long enough to spend their children's inheritance. I believe that people can be whoever and whatever they want if they know what to do, how to do it, and why they want to do it. Welcome to your weight loss workshops. This week is week 4, and today we're looking at the fruits category of the diet plan. We're looking at how to reduce fat in your diet and coming to understand how important your diet and exercise are. Let's do a recap on the weight loss workshops so far. Now, in week 1 of the diet plan task, where you were to focus on the protein category of the diet plan, you were to weigh your protein and recognize what a serve looks like. The goal was to meet your protein serve requirements and not exceed them. How did you go? Week 2 diet plan tasks were to focus on the restricted vegetables category of the diet plan to learn which vegetables were restricted and to measure out their serve sizes. And then the goal was to not exceed your restricted vegetable requirements while monitoring your protein serves. Week 2, how did you go? Well, week 3 of the diet plan task was to focus on your non-restricted vegetable category of the diet plan. That was learn which vegetables you could have plenty of and use them to make a full vegetable salad or any salad. Now, the goal was to learn how to use your non-restricted vegetables to bolster up your meals so you weren't hungry all the time. Week 4, part 1, the fruit category of the diet plan. Now, not everybody likes fruit, and some people have trouble eating fruit. We're going to discuss that in a few minutes. But if you look at your diet plan, so grab your manual, open up to the right page of the diet plan, and if you're following the 1200 calorie or 5000 kilojoule diet plan, you can have 2 serves per day of fruit. If you're following the 1500 calorie plan, then you can have 3 serves of fruit per day. And if you're following the 1800 calorie plan, you can have a massive 4 serves of fruit a day. But the question is going to be, what is a serve? Well, 1 serve of fruit is equal to half a medium rock melon, pawpaw, mango, or grapefruit. Now, that doesn't mean you only eat half a rock melon. You can eat a whole rock melon if you like, but that becomes 2 serves of fruit. 1 serve is also 3/4 cup of lychees. 1 serve of fruit is 1 medium apple, orange, peach, small pear, banana, or mandarin. 1 serve is also equal to 1 slice, and that's a 1 centimeter thick slice of pineapple or watermelon. 2 prunes, figs, nectarines, kiwi fruit, or small mandarins is 1 serve of fruit. 3 apricots, passion fruits, or plums is 1 serve of fruit. 20 small grapes or strawberries is 1 serve of fruit. Beware of those strawberries. You've seen the size of strawberries in punnets these days. So basically, if you're looking at strawberries, you're looking at 1 punnet of strawberries, okay? 150 grams of avocado is 1 serve of fruit. Now, this is worth a special mention. Avocado is in the fruits category, and if you look, it's also in the restricted vegetables category. It is treated as a fruit when eaten as a fruit and treated as a restricted vegetable when eaten and used in salads. How do you use an avocado? Well, for starters, learn to weigh it, because if you treat it as a restricted vegetable and you use it in your salads, you use 1 serve is 75 grams serve. If it's treated as a fruit and you spread it on your toast of a morning, then it's 150 gram is 1 serve. So learn to weigh your avocado, because avocados are quite high in oils, though good oils. You still want to reduce oils. We'll talk about that soon. So this week's task is to focus on meeting your daily fruit requirements, which is 2, 3, or 4 serves per day. And if you have trouble eating fruit, then try having a fruit smoothie for breakfast. Remember to maintain your protein and restricted vegetable requirements while using salads for some meals. Okay, moving along. Now it's time for part 2, reducing fat in your diet. Now, when it comes to fat in your diet, you want to reduce your fats and oils. Now, the difference, fat is solid at room temperature, oils are liquid at room temperature. You need to reduce both of them. Now, oils are much healthier for you because they have better effect on our body than solid fat. But when it comes to losing weight, you want to reduce both because they have the same calorie count of 9 calories per gram, or 38 kilojoules per gram. You want to reduce it because that's actually 9 calories per gram is double the calorie count of protein and carbohydrate. Protein is only 4 calories per gram, and carbohydrates are about 4 calories per gram. So fats and oils are double, gram per gram, are double the calorie count. So you can see the importance of reducing it. How does reducing fat and oils in your diet help you lose weight? Let's do this by looking at an example of a recipe. The recipe we're going to look at is a recipe for prawn risotto bake. So this is the recipe that was an original recipe, and it's 1 large green capsicum, 1 medium onion, half a cup of butter or margarine, 450 grams of uncooked medium prawns, half a tablespoon of salt, a quarter tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 3 cups of long grain rice, 1 can of condensed cream of mushroom soup, and 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. So the nutritional facts with this is the calorie count per serve of this is 642 calories. So if you cook this up and you had 1 serve at 642 calories, it's 42 grams of fat in this recipe and contributes 2 grams of fiber. Let's make some alterations to the recipe, particularly on the fat side of things. So we'll come down to half a cup of butter or margarine. We'll replace that with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Coming back down, and the can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. We're going to replace that with 340 grams of fresh mushrooms. Now, because the mushroom soup came with a bit of liquid, we're going to compensate for that with 1 cup of skim milk. The 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese has been replaced with 1 cup of shredded reduced fat cheddar cheese. What effect has that on the overall diet, on the overall recipe? Well, for starters, the calorie count is half. The fat count, it's a quarter, reduced by 30 grams. And you've also picked up a couple of grams of fiber, you double the fiber. Okay, so you can see the importance of changing the way you cook. But how do you go about changing your cooking? Well, invest in some healthy lifestyle cookbooks. The Simply Too Good to Be True recipe books. There's about 9 of them now. They're a great way to start. Have them on your shelf. These recipes change the high-fat recipes that you normally have to low-fat recipes. Visit the website and check it out. When you're learning a new lifestyle, slow and gradual is the way to progress. Over 4 weeks, you learn to weigh your protein, you learn to monitor your restricted vegetables, you learn to use the unrestricted vegetables in the way of salads and things, and you learn to introduce fruit into your healthy lifestyle. See, it's just changing 1 thing per week. We're doing it slowly so you can take control of it. Part 3, moving on, understanding how important your diet and exercise are. Become a lifestyle leader by getting your fitness game plan together, can't avoid this, and organising your lifestyle to eat like a winner. That's what the whole weight loss workshops are all about, learning to eat in a healthy manner. Why? Because obesity is the #1 cause of heart disease. How it all comes together. Now, we're going to always begin with your body weight. Why? Because your doctor probably said you're overweight and you can control that without medication. You just need to learn how to control your weight. Naturopaths have always known for decades that good health begins with a good digestive system. They encourage you to eat the correct protein for your body weight or the weight you desire to be. To focus on fiber from the fruits and vegetable category of the diet plan, and to use probiotic and prebiotic rich foods. That's your sauerkraut, yogurt, pickles, asparagus, onions, we talked about these foods in week 1. In the endocrine system, here we're thinking about things like diabetes. Diabetes is something that you might be able to control by losing weight. You're encouraged to avoid simple sugars, refined carbohydrates, soft drinks, saturated fats, deep fried foods, and processed meat. And this is the foods that we're encouraged to avoid on the diet plan. You're encouraged to eat 5 to 6 meals a day, small meals, eat more oats, and to eat more oily fish. Your circulatory system, here we're talking about your blood supply, the blood moving around your body. Here we're encouraged to eat more oily fish, eat more fiber, eat more fermented foods, eat more ginger, and to drink 2 litres of water a day, and to introduce exercise into our lifestyle. The processes that improve the digestive system, the endocrine system, and the circulatory system impact directly on the immune system. You only need to get the first 3 systems, your digestive system, your endocrine system, and your circulatory system, under control to help the rest of the body. When you eat better and introduce exercise into your lifestyle, you improve your nervous system. Carrying around too much weight has a direct long-term effect on the joints of your skeletal system. A lethargic lifestyle weakens bones. The formation of healthy bones requires the presence of minerals such as calcium, magnesium, manganese, and fluoride that should be in your foods. And weight-bearing exercises like walking and weight training improve the strength of your bones. The things that are good for your skeletal system are also good for your muscular system. Your muscular system is maintained through exercise and proper diet. And that brings us right back to the proper diet and exercise helping to promote weight loss and maintain a healthy body weight. You see, it's all interrelated. You can't just work on one system of the body and say, I'm just going to make my bones strong. The body is all interconnected. All the systems are interconnected. What you do in one affects the other systems. That's why you need a digestive system. The food you eat affects everything else. It may be a long-term effect, maybe a short-term effect, but you can start looking after yourself better by learning to eat well and to exercise. Well, thank you for attending. That's the end of this workshop. But before you go, could you do me a favor? Do you know anyone who is having trouble with their weight loss? If so, direct them to my website, Peter Kenyon Weight Loss, and they can start the process of learning how to take control of their life. Thank you. See you next week.